Come and tap in the most interactive. I am the flesh.
The whole time? Hold on. What the heck? I just opened my phone. Dang, my bad. I'm over here struggle streaming. First my mic wasn't working, then this thing wasn't even connected right. Let me let this pass by a little bit. Yeah, it was. What the hell? Damn, my bad, family. No wonder why. Oh, snap. My bad, family. I did not know that was going on. Alright, let me run this back. This is Terrell, Ephron. Dang, that mean y'all didn't hear my shout out or none of that, huh? None of that was working. Dang, shout out to Cat Not Williams. My bad. She was knocking on the door. I was over here having some issues. Just Lee, what up? What up? I see you, FFS. Jason Hodges. If y'all still around, jeez. I don't know what the heck that was about, but I appreciate y'all who's still here. Let's get into it. I ran the back.
Right across from you, please.
Look how ASAP was looking at him, no.
And if you just right about there, raise your right hand for us, please. Thank you. We solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause not to before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Please take a seat with the witness stand right over there. And please adjust the microphone and tell us your first name. Tell us your name, then spell it for the record.
Terrell Ephron, T-E-R-E-L-L-E-P-H-R-O-N.
Is it very single? No, it's stationary. We'll try to speak into the microphone. All right, Mr. Brzwelnik, the floor is yours.
Just Lee said, I'm here. That's what's up, family. Appreciate you. No one in the building. What up, family? Appreciate you. FFS still here. Appreciate you. Guess we could skip past some of this waiting part.
Here
they go.
Do you have a man seated at the table in the tan jacket?
Yes.
What's his name?
Rocky. Rakim Mayor.
Man, do you know him by any other nicknames?
ASAP Rocky. Lockwood.
How did you first meet him?
In high school, we grew up together.
How old were you, do you think, when you first met him?
Probably like 17, 18.
When you first met him, was he a well-known?
He said 17, 18. You done knew this boy your whole life, and then you gonna come and try to sue him over a little fight and scraping your knuckles on the concrete?
Famous rapper?
No.
I want to jump ahead to November 6th, 2021, the date of this incident. Do you remember approximately, or do you remember how old you were that day?
Excuse me?
How old were you on the day that this happened? Do you remember?
Probably 33, 32.
Okay. Would it be fair to say you knew him about maybe 15 years at that point?
Yes.
Over the 15 years that you knew him, were the two of you friends?
Yeah.
Can you describe the closeness of your relationship to him?
The whole 15 years?
Yeah, over the course of your relationship, sort of how it started and then how close you were throughout the 15 years.
Well, I mean, we started a collective ASAP, which is a bunch of, how would you call it, like a bunch of people from New York that got different down nervous.
It's okay. Just take a minute. Take a couple deep breaths. The relationship that you're describing in high school, were the two of you close friends? Like, would you see him every day, or was this sort of a friendship where you knew of him but didn't really know him?
No, we knew each other. We knew each other. We knew each other very well. It was probably like 6 or 7.
Basically, times started getting hard. He needed some more money. Rocky wasn't trying to give him some money, so he was like, I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to start an issue with you. I'm going to sue you.
7 of us.
That's the new lick.
Probably like 4 of them was rappers.
Do you think you'd see him every day?
Up until he got famous, yeah.
Okay.
Like a little bit until he got famous.
How long do you think you knew him before? I know it's hard to peg down exactly when someone becomes famous, but about how long do you think you knew him before he became famous?
7 years. 7 years.
And over that 7 years, it was a regular occurrence that you would be with him almost every day, correct?
Yeah.
Would you describe him at that time, the beginning of your relationship,
What's that?
as someone that was like a brother to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you started to tell us about ASAP. What does ASAP stand for?
And it means a lot of different things, but always strive and prosper.
Were you
Always strive and prosper. That's what ASAP stand for. Always strive and prosper.
a member of ASAP?
Yes.
Within ASAP, did you have a nickname that you went by?
Yeah, really. ASAP really.
Was that something that started when you were in high school?
Yeah.
What year of high school, if you remember? Like, were you a junior, a senior?
Oh, it was like a season.
Did you know someone by the name of Elijah Elang?
Yes.
Was he also a member of ASAP?
Yes.
Did he have a nickname that he went by in ASAP?
ASAP Bills.
I'm going to ask to mark my next exhibit.
10.
Shout out to Survivor Speaks in the building. What up, though? I see you. Appreciate you, family. What up, Wilma? I see you. Appreciate you coming back. And Stacy Sibbett creeping in. What up, though? Appreciate y'all.
Depicted here in People's 10.
Yeah.
And who's that?
Elijah.
Okay. Is it easier for you to refer to him as Elijah, Bills? How do you want to refer to him?
Bills.
Bills? Okay. Was he one of the kind of original members of ASAP?
Yeah.
How would you describe for the jury your relationship or your closeness with Elijah or Ills?
I mean, it was pretty good up until the incident.
Would you, up until the incident, would you have considered him a close friend of yours?
Yeah.
Was he someone that you would talk to on a regular basis?
Yeah, I talked to him the night before the incident. I was at his crib, his house actually.
Okay. Would it fair to say, kind of up until the day of that incident, you've known him maybe approximately 15 years too?
Yeah, just
Do you know someone by the name of Jamel Phillips?
yeah.
And is he also a member of ASAP?
30 and into
Yeah.
What, if any, nicknames does he go by?
He's at Kobe.
Can I read my next exhibit?
Is anybody having trouble here? Everybody's okay? You're having some trouble?
Yeah.
Mr. Ephron, could you try to speak up a little bit,
Yeah.
please?
Finding our people's 11 year honor.
Yes. What is it?
It's a one-page document, a single photograph, depicting two people. Mr. Ephron, showing you the person on the left in this photograph. Do you recognize who that is?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Jamel, 12.
And kind of like the same question with Hills, what's the easiest way for you to refer to him?
I was never really that cool with him.
No, I mean, as we're talking about the different people involved in this, how do you want me to refer to him? Do you want me to call him 12?
Hey, it's so funny when they don't answer the questions. I was never really cool with him. Like, okay, so you already had problems with him in the past, huh? Okay, we see how this is going. What up, Destin the B? I see you. Appreciate you joining, family. And what up, Cha Diggy? Y'all show Cha Diggy some love. Put some respect on her name. She dropped the 10 bomb. Y'all show her some love, family. Drop some umbrellas. Drop some CDs. Show her some love. Whatever you want to do, however you do it. Make sure y'all show her some love. Appreciate you, family. Shout out to Cha Diggy. Much love, much love.
Do you want me to call him Janelle?
12.
Okay, 12. And the person who's next to him in this photograph, do you recognize that person?
Yeah, that's Rocky.
All right. You said regarding 12E that you were not as close to him, correct?
Is that yes?
Yes.
How would you put it in your own words, how would you describe your relationship with 12E prior to the incident?
I mean, there was never no problems, but I never wasn't that cool with him. Like, we really didn't interact that much.
Would you,
He wasn't like
somewhere?
He came kind of like later, so like I really didn't like chilling with him or chilling with anybody who came after the fact. It was ASAP.
Okay. So what you're describing is kind of you and the defendant and Ills had known each other longer, and then 12E came after that core group was formed.
Yeah, so me, Jabari, Ills, and Rocky pretty much started ASAP.
Okay.
And anybody else who came after, if they wasn't like genuinely like trying to better themselves or do something other than like fooling around, kind of distance myself.
Okay. Is that
His answers sound hella suspect. Like they practiced it. They must have practiced this 100 times, and his answer is still bad. He still sound like his answers is made up. Jason Hodges in the building.
Jabari. Who's Jabari?
What do you mean by that?
What's his name?
Jabari. That's the name. ASAP Bari.
Okay. Does he have any other nicknames in your life?
Young Lord.
Would he also have been considered part of the ASAP collective that you described?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Within that collective of members of ASAP, were all the people that were members, were they all rappers?
No.
What were some of the other pursuits that members of ASAP would also pursue?
Fashion, producing, anything involved with like culture, really.
What were you a rapper?
No.
What was your contribution to the group?
I was a manager. Not of ASAP, but I created my own company.
What was the name of your company?
Shut up.
And when you say you were a manager, what does that mean?
I was scout for talent, like I had producers, I had artists. I helped actual ASAP members with stuff.
So the managing that you're talking about is all related to the music industry,
Yes.
and you're saying you would try to find people who are talented at different areas within music, like rapping or producing, correct?
Yeah.
And would you try to help get them projects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. The person that you refer to as Jabari, did you also refer to him as Bari?
Yeah. Yeah, Bari.
So if we say Jabari or Bari, we're talking about the same person?
Yes.
That person, Jabari.
Check Tony out. He like, this bullshit, man. How much time you gonna waste sitting here asking these dumbass questions?
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the state earlier, but the state can talk the ears off a donkey. This continued filibustering has got to stop.
How close were you to him?
I would say we go to him.
Was he someone that you would see on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Did you have problems in the time that you knew him with him specifically? Is that no?
No.
Okay. Were you with Jabari the day before this incident on November 5th of 2021?
Yes, I was.
That day, November 5th, where in the country were you with Jabari?
We actually missed a flight. We were supposed to go to Chicago, but we was in LA.
Okay. So the whole time you're with him, you're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you live in Los Angeles at the time?
No.
What state did you live in November of 2021?
New York.
How long have you been in Los Angeles on November 5th, 2021? So if you can tell us the exact day that you flew in, that's fine, or if you can just give us an estimate of how many days you've been in Los Angeles.
Probably flew in, I think the 5th
So that day?
or the 4th. I don't know. Like, my artist was in town, so he was recording. So I don't know. It was a while ago. I'll have to look at text messages or something like that.
Okay. Would that refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
Okay. May I approach him?
Or, I'm sorry, you don't have to ask.
Yeah, I apologize. Right. You told us that. Refresh your recollection.
Yeah.
Okay. So what days were you specifically in Los Angeles with your artist while he was recording?
Let me see that again. What date is it?
What did you attempt to...
Did he just ask his lawyer a question? Hold on.
I ain't looking at it.
He said, should I give him a day? Hold on.
What did you attempt...
Let me see that again. What date is it?
What did you attempt to...
I ain't looking at it.
Hold on. What did you attempt to refresh recollection
A
with?
text message.
Is it a screenshot?
Yes. I wasn't going to mark it as an exhibit.
You don't have to. It's just used to refresh his recollection. It doesn't have to be an exhibit.
Let me see the date. I was just reading.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so what days were you in Los Angeles with your artist?
Probably got here the 3rd day.
Okay.
Probably flew in the 3rd. Because I got on the Airbnb. That's pretty close to my hotel.
Hey, Terrell, you got to keep your voice. Try to your voice is soft, so try to speak into it.
So what I think you're saying is you arrived in Los Angeles, to the best of your recollection, November 3rd of 2021, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your artist, the artist that you were managing was recording music the 4th, 5th, and 6th, correct?
I believe so, yes.
How did you get to Los Angeles on the 3rd?
What do you mean?
Meaning you're from New York. How did you get here?
Oh, flew.
When you say you flew, did you fly on a private plane or on a commercial jet?
On a Delta. Commercial.
Did you have to go through airport security?
Yeah.
Okay, you said you met up with Jabari on November 5th in Los Angeles, correct?
Yeah.
Do you recall where you met him?
He needs some milk.
When I first met Jabari?
Yeah. Well, I
When
mean,
I first went there?
that day, November 5th, where did you meet him?
In his apartment. I mean, in his house.
And is that in Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes? Is that
Yes.
While you were with Jabari that day, did you overhear a conversation between Jabari and the defendant, Mr. Mayers?
Yeah, we was on our way back from the airport, and he got a call from Ronnie.
So the defendant called Jabari,
Yeah.
and Can you describe for the jury how it was that you were able to hear the defendant on that call?
We was in the back of the SUV, and he got a call from Rocky. He put the phone on his stomach. So he was laying back in the truck, and he put his phone on his stomach and just was like listening, like talking to him.
Was the
I'm in
phone
the other chair.
Was the phone on speaker?
Yeah,
So you could hear both sides of the conversation?
yeah.
What was the nature of the call between Jabari and the defendant?
It started
What up, Lacey Ann? I see you. Appreciate you, family.
off first, I believe, like, Rocky was trying to get Barbie to come to this Complex Con 10-year anniversary thing. And Jabari declined, and the conversation got kind of weird. Like, and then Jabari says something like, "Oh, I see you got ills and 12E on the jet," and it became like an inside joke because Rocky hasn't hit them, and it just became an inside joke, kind of. So then Rocky's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I got my niggas with me, boom, 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 whatever." And then instantly after that, he says, "Fuck that nigga Relly." And I'm like, I'm sitting in the back of the chair, and I kind of get up, and I'm like, and then Barbie like stops me. He's like, and then I'm listening, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't fuck with." Can I say what I want to say?
Yes.
Say it.
So he pretty much.
You done said it this much already. You might as well keep going. They ain't stopped you. You just want.
It was like, "Oh, I don't fuck with that nigga. He mad emotional, like this, that, and the third." Pretty much. It was so long ago, but it was, and the contents of that. And then Jabari's like, "What you mean you don't fuck with him?" And he's like, "I just don't fuck with him. I don't like that nigga, like this, that, and the third." And after he said something about like, it's so long ago, but he was like, I'll beat him up or something like that. So, you want to keep going?
Let me stop you. You said that
It sounded like he was running out of line. He was like, "You want me to keep going? Like, I can make up some more shit if you want me to keep going. Just give me a little more time."
you keep saying he said. Were those all things that the defendant said specifically?
Yeah,
So he was the one that said he doesn't fuck with you, correct?
yeah.
Had you said anything at that point in the car that would have alerted him to the fact that you were actually in the car?
No, he didn't know I was there.
Did
I wanted
Jabari,
to say something, but Ari was like kind of put his hand to the side to like my leg, you know what I mean? And I was just listening.
I'm assuming then that Jabari didn't tell him, "I'm in the car with..."
Oh no.
Okay, so as far as you knew, the defendant had no idea that you were in the car.
No, he had no idea.
Oh, so that explains too. You overheard him talking shit. Now you big mad, huh? You didn't say nothing then, but you want to start something later, I see.
Other than the specific things that you already said he said about you, is there anything else that you can recall that the defendant said about you on that call?
Not at the moment. It was like 3 years ago. So like, I got anxiety. I got anxiety right now. So it's like I'm trying.
In the past, have you said that on that call the defendant said, referring to you, "He's a bitch"?
Absolutely.
Steady.
At that moment, on November 5th of 2021, were you aware of tension between you and the defendant? At the point that the defendant is saying those things about you on the phone, were you also feeling tension in your relationship with him?
I mean, it's kind of always been like that. It's really hard having a relationship with Rocky.
Can you explain that?
I mean, You want me to tell you my personal experience?
What the hell? What is they dating? Talk about it's really hard to have a relationship with Rocky, especially since he's been with Rihanna.
So,
Yes.
I feel like he's fake.
How so?
He lies a lot. Like, I don't see him, so it's like, how are we gonna have a relationship? You know what I mean?
Is there anything specific that you can think of?
Boy said, I don't see him. How we gonna have a relationship?
Yeah, with like my companies or just anything, like overall. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had this one job I call him Mr. 6 Month Man. Because I would see him every 6 months. You know what I mean? But then when he come around, it's like, it's fake. You know what I mean? Like what are we supposed to be in this ASAP thing for? It's all smoking mirror.
He's spending all his time with Rihanna. They got babies and stuff now. Going to fashion shows. Going out of the country. He don't got time for me no more.
Did you actually voice your displeasure
Oh
to
yeah.
him?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Through text messages. But nothing ever like threatening him or anything, just mostly telling him like, you gotta tighten up, this shit fake.
But you would text message him and say,
And he won't text me back. He would never text me back.
okay.
I'll probably see him and we'll have a conversation. He'll be like, he'll laugh, like, oh bro, you emotional or something like that. And intense, like, you know, shit like that.
When he calls you emotional, you heard that as an insult to you, correct?
Not really.
Okay, how did you take it?
Like he's trying to shoot me off. Like using that as like leverage to be like, not get business done, I guess.
All right, I want to direct your attention to the very next day, so November 6, 2021, the day of this incident. Where were you staying at that night in Los Angeles?
Staying at the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood.
And that evening, did you have any plans to meet up with the defendant at all?
No, I haven't spoken to him in months, probably prior to that. I texted him, but he never answered me back.
You mentioned in your earlier answer that there was this event called Complex Concerts going on that weekend, correct?
Yes.
And I believe you said the defendant was actually performing at that concert series, correct?
Yeah.
Did you have plans to go with the defendant to Complex Con?
No. I wasn't on that jet. I didn't get no phone call, so why would I, you know what I mean?
So that's, I guess, what I'm asking you to explain. As far as Complex Con, you had no plans to go there, and certainly not to go with him, correct? Did you have plans to go with Ills or with 12?
No.
What was your business in Los Angeles at that time?
Working with my artists.
And if you can recall, what are the hours that you're working with your artists?
Oh, I booked pretty much all day sessions. We was finishing up a mixtape for, I believe one of these labels wanted me to like show them like something like better than, because I had a couple songs, so they just wanted to see like a compilation of the work that I'm doing.
Okay. How long? You're saying hours, but how many hours would these sessions be?
I don't know, I would be in and out. I would never stay in the studio that long.
Okay.
I was just looking for the artist.
At around 9:23 that evening, did you receive a series of calls and text messages from the defendant, Ills, and 12E?
Oh yeah.
At the time that you were receiving those communications, what were you doing?
I was sleeping.
Mark my next exhibit, Your Honor.
12.
Well, it is a single photograph, a screenshot of a call log.
No. Let me see.
Yo, shout out to Cat Knott Williams, still in here rocking with us. What up, family? I appreciate you joining. She said, I like the saturation. The feed was so drab today. Yeah, somebody had mentioned it in the chat earlier when I was streaming, so I went ahead and made that adjustment. So appreciate you, family. Y'all show some love to Cat Knott Williams in the building.
Hi guys, how is everybody?
Right.
I'm going to show it to you. You recognize what you see here?
Yeah,
And what is this?
this is my whole house.
And is this a photograph that you specifically took? Like a screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is reflected in your call log here?
What do you mean?
Okay, all these numbers are in red. Does that mean anything to you?
Miss Cole?
And who were the people that you were missing calls from starting at the top of the page?
Rocky, that's a larger number, that's 12B, 12B. Elijah, Rocky.
Okay. And did you receive those missed calls kind of in quick succession? Meaning like right after each other?
I don't know, I woke up to a FaceTime call from Rocky. So then after I noticed I had all those missed calls, I didn't even like wake up and notice the calls.
Sapphire Ridge News. What's good, family?
Prior to you waking up, did you receive any text messages from the defendant?
Wait.
So you say you received a bunch of missed calls while you were asleep. You woke up, you answered your phone, talked to him, and then you kind of went back and looked at your phone afterwards. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And that's when you saw you had a bunch of missed calls from him, and Elijah at 12. Did you also have text messages from him?
Yeah.
Let me mark my next turn.
What you mean, Jason? What's a back channel double dip?
If I may approach with People's 13 now. This, you recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And just in general, what is this photograph?
This is a screenshot.
Of your phone?
I mean, Rocky's
Is that
text
yes?
message. Yes.
And is this screenshots, text messages that you received from him that day?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Sorry. You say, "Ayo, ayo."
Every time you say that, or he's going to
Just a
ask
little
you.
nervous.
Yeah, but if you can, try to say yes or no.
Yes.
So there are 3 messages at the top that are in gray. Are those from you or are those from the defendant?
That's from Rocky.
And if you would read them one after another, what do they say?
Where you at, question mark? Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls.
Okay. Thank you.
Stop ducking my calls.
Yeah.
Sapphire Ridge Survivor Streets. Much love, family. Chop, y'all show some love for this episode.
When he texted you, specifically the phrase, let's get to it, did you know what he was referring to?
I mean, I had kind of an idea that he wanted to probably fight or something, or just argue or something. I don't know.
What gave you that idea?
The day before his conversation.
So you still have that conversation that he had with Jabari in your head at the time you read that text message?
Yeah, that conversation spoke volume because I never heard him talk like that. And over the whole, I mean, many years I know him, I told him a bunch of times, if you ever had a problem with me, let me know, because shit's not adding up.
Okay. When you said that you thought he wanted to fight you, what do you specifically mean by that phrase, fight?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Do you mean physical violence? Do you mean an argument? What do you
Yeah, like an argument,
phrase?
maybe like a physical, I don't know. I can't.
Why it sound like he making up this story as he go? Show some love to Just Lee dropping 5. I appreciate you, family, for the 5 bomb. Much love, much love. Y'all show Just Lee some love. Drop her some umbrellas. Drop some JLs or whatever else you want to do. Just say thank you if you prefer. Appreciate the love, family. Y'all go ahead and show some love to Just Lee joining the sponsorship. Much love, much love. Appreciate you, family.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Did, at that point, were you wanting to have a physical fight with him?
No.
Those text messages that you read from him, when you read those, did you perceive those to be aggressive towards you?
Yeah.
Now, you said also when you woke up, you talked to him on FaceTime, correct?
Yeah.
What was your conversation with him about?
He was just more so like, okay, so he was like, where you at? And I'm like, huh? And then he's like, where are you? Like, kind of like broke it down. And I'm like, instantly, I don't know, for some reason, I just told him the W. You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, you're not. That's a bum-ass hotel. So I'm like,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Destined to be you liking them, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hi guys, how is everybody?
and then he's like, show me where you at. So then got out of bed and I kind of, the Lowe's Hotel is on Hollywood. The W is in Hollywood. So everything kind of looked the same. So when I showed him outside, I think that was good enough to the point he believed I was at the W.
Okay. When you said you received this call, were you fully awake even when you started talking to him?
No, I was still asleep, kind of.
And you said he first asked you where are you at, and you said, I think you said huh.
Yeah, I said, huh.
And then you said he broke it down, where you at?
No, where are you? Like, where you at? Where are you? Like, kind of like with force the second time. Like,
okay, that was even my question. What was his tone of voice when he said, where are you?
okay, so the first one was like kind of regular. After I said or whatever, the second one was just like, with, like, you know, it was a problem. Like, where are you? Like, where you at? Like, you know what I mean?
And you said that after you told him you were staying at the W, he called your room a bum-ass room.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I guess.
It mean polo tink tink.
Guess it's
Put me on the
like
jet.
W.
Like not as nice?
I don't know.
How did you receive it?
Getting pretty. I was still sleeping. I didn't care. I just wanted to show him outside the window, just figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Are we gonna link up? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the purpose of this call?
At the moment you're talking to him, did you have any idea why you wanted to meet up with him?
No.
Okay, you said you showed him Hollywood Boulevard outside of your hotel. What was the next thing that happened in your phone call after that?
I think he said he'd be right there. that's when I text Elijah, like, because then I'm looking at my phone and I'm noticing I got all these text messages. And like I said, Jamel text me too and called me, but I don't like like that. So I like ills. I know ills, you know what I mean? So text ills. I'm like, what's going on? Pretty much.
Hold on.
I don't remember exactly what I said from that day because it was 3 years ago, but I hit ills to like kind of confirm like what's going on.
Yeah, and that's fine. At that point, did you know that 12B and Ills were with the defendant?
What do you mean? Like,
did you know that
come
the
in?
them work together?
Like, come to link me?
No, I mean in general. That
Oh yeah, because it was on the plane.
Okay. And so when you received the messages from Ills and from 12B, you understood at that time that they were with the defendant, correct?
Yeah.
After your conversation let me clarify, when you say you're on FaceTime, was that FaceTime that also had video associated with it?
Yes.
So he could see you through the phone, correct?
Yes.
After your conversation with him, did the two of you make plans to meet up?
I mean, I didn't really make plans. It was kind of like link up. And I wanted to, thought we were just going to talk and like really hash things out. Because this happened before, not like this, but like when we talk shit out, you know what I mean? And like I said, I call him Mr. 6 months and I haven't seen him in a very long time. So maybe he hasn't read the room, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah.
Tat said, free the grass.
You said in the past when you had problems with him, you felt comfortable just expressing that to him verbally and talking to him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And was that sort of something that had happened on multiple occasions where the two of you would talk and work out your problems verbally?
Okay, I'm going to ask the meeting to be curtailed a little bit, please.
Yeah, that's a fact. Cat tomorrow going live. I will be too, so you can go over there, you can come over here, you can do whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Show some love. What up, Jazzy T? I see you in the building. Appreciate you joining, family. Points have been
Was
activated.
that something that had happened multiple times where the two of you would talk and work out your problems, or was that something that only happened once before?
I mean, if we worked out our problems, we wouldn't be here. So this was an ongoing thing of just like open and entering, you know, like promises or anything, you know what I mean? But I didn't care really. I was always working towards my goals at the end of the day, what I wanted to do.
Sure.
Shop the situation.
I guess what I'm trying to listen or ask you about is, have you had problems in your relationship with the defendant prior to this?
I wouldn't say problem. I don't know. Me personally, I never had a problem.
Cat says she rely on the law and crime feed to start. Now the judge said earlier that it'll be 10:30 to, 12:30. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. What is it? 12 to? Oh yeah, 10. No. Oh shit. 10 to 12, right?
But I think he had a problem with me.
Okay. You say, I think the words that you used to describe what
No,
you
I actually do know he had a problem with me because in the text message, he says that I got him cut, like I let him get cut. And that happened a year or something. So that means you're holding on a grudge and something I didn't even had nothing to do with.
Okay, we'll get there. Hold on.
I feel like that was our whole relationship, like just weird grudges. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Are you saying
Too much information, huh?
that you felt like he had a problem with you and you didn't have a problem with him? Is
Yeah,
that?
no, of course I didn't have a problem with him.
But you had sent him messages in the past where you had expressed, your disappointment. You already said that, right?
Yeah.
So there
And I
was
think we have those text messages. The text messages, I always still, like, how you say it, like, complimenting him or big him up for his success. At the same time, like, you're doing bad.
Okay.
But then the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you. I probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, like I don't know, some, but I never really got responses back from him.
I'm trying to understand, if you can, what your state of mind is as you're going to this meeting with him, or as you said, to link up with him.
Yo, Cat Not Williams, are you talking about like the little hearts on the side of the chat right there? I did it once before, if that's what you're talking about, but now I don't be seeing it popping up no more. But let me know if that's what you're talking about with the animated reacts in the YouTube chat, because I'm not sure what you mean by that. Appreciate you though, family.
My state of mind?
Yes.
I was feeling real confident because, like I said, I don't think he read the room. I'm doing really good for myself. So I felt like this is a time for me and him to like actually come to common grounds and be like, fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because what are we doing here? Like, you talk to everybody else like that. You're not talking to me like that. Nor am I accepting none of this. You know what I mean?
When you say read the room, what do you mean by that phrase?
Because why would you do what you did if you're not under? I say read the room is because like you're not reading the room, like you're not knowing who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking you could just he knows of me, but he didn't know what I was up to. So you're probably thinking I'm a bum or I'm not like this person, somebody you could just have your way with.
Did you feel personally like your music career was becoming more successful?
Yeah, for sure. I was going in and out of label meetings.
Would you say at that point that was essentially the height of your career in the music business? Have you been
Hi guys, how is everybody?
successful? Okay.
Yeah. In the music industry, yeah. Yeah, I was at my highest I've ever been because I finally figured it out. I figured out how to make money back into everything. So I made my own way.
Sorry, and I don't mean to talk over you. My apologies for that.
Mm-hmm.
You said that going into this meeting, you were confident. Is that what you mean by?
It wasn't even a meeting. I wouldn't even call it a meeting. It was just like I'm linking up with Rocky. I haven't seen it do it in dumb long.
Yeah.
Like anytime you want, like you're gonna go link him. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't see the dude.
What does that phrase "link with him" mean to you? Are you saying something less, more informal than?
Like, for instance, if we had a problem, I felt like it could have been hashed out the moment he seen me. But instead, it was like, it got nasty. You know what I mean? Like he didn't read the room. He didn't take.
He didn't read the room. It got nasty. You know what I mean? He didn't read the room. It got nasty. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Second to think.
Where is it specifically that you ultimately linked up with?
Well, when I was walking from the Lowe's, because it's kind of far away, I was texting Elijah, and then I told him I'm like next to Trader Joe's or something because I know the area of the W. So then when I don't really know the streets, so the top of where the W is that I just, instead of being on the side of W, I cross the street for some reason. And then I see Rocky walking, well I don't see him yet, walking down the block. Then
Y'all follow and sub up to Queen Slime, Cat Not Williams. Appreciate you, family. Shout out to Chot Diggy.
I hear him. I hear him first before I even see him. He has a hoodie on.
Okay. Is there any kind of landmark in the area that where you ultimately linked up with him?
What do you mean?
Meaning, you're saying I don't remember what the streets were called. That's okay, but was there something on the street where you met him that you could say we were outside of this?
Oh, it was directly across from the entrance way of the W. Like, there's a parking lot, like right, like where we stopped at. Kind of.
I'm going to mark my next one again, Your Honor.
14.
Mr. Ephron, showing you he was 14. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah.
And do you see the entrance of the parking lot that you were talking about?
Yeah, so I was walking like right here.
There's a pointer. You see a wooden pointer anywhere? Yeah.
So I was walking on this block, coming straight here, and then he was like somewhere right here, and then I heard him. You want me to check what out?
Well, I'm just asking, do you recognize this area?
Oh yeah.
And is that specifically the parking lot that you met him in front of?
Yeah.
All right.
What up again, Ali? I see you. Appreciate you. Miss LJ in the building. What up? What up? Got the Hennessy shots ready.
You said you don't know the streets in that area very well, but did you know where Hollywood Boulevard was?
Yeah.
And were you at all close to Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes, the main like strip, I believe.
Would that have been like directly above where you
Yeah,
met him?
above.
All right, I'm going to show you number 2, where Hollywood Boulevard is labeled here at the top. You see that?
You see what now?
Is the screen in front of you working? Just so you don't have to turn around.
No, it's not.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Along the top of this page, I know there's a lot going on here, but you see, can you recognize this to be Hollywood Boulevard at the top?
I'm not from LA, so
Okay.
I wouldn't really, but that's how we Boulevard.
Let's go to Eagles Exhibit 2. Let's go to
Have your way with hard pause.
Market.
Oh
Hollywood
yeah,
Boulevard.
yo.
Sorry, People's One. Thank you. The street that you came down was next to the W Hotel, correct?
Y'all go sub up to
I know it's not
Survivor
hard from here,
Speaks.
but,
Yeah, where's the hotel?
Appreciate you, FFS. Y'all go show Survivor Speaks some love.
and you came from Hollywood Boulevard down the street?
Yeah. Because I traveled from the Lowe's, so I took out Hollywood Boulevard.
Did you walk pretty much Hollywood Boulevard the entire way?
Yeah.
And you said then at the W, then you turned and came down the street next to the.
Yeah, Argyle.
Okay. If you don't remember the name of the street, that's fine. Just you can tell us by the landmarks. But what you're saying is you came Hollywood Boulevard to the W, and then you turned down a small street that was next to the W.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
And I believe you said in your prior answer that the street that you were on had the entrance to the valet area of the W, correct?
No, I wasn't on the side of the W.
No, I'm saying that street is where you would enter the W Hotel.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And, but you said you were specifically on the other side of the street from the W.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the parking garage. You described it before on People's 14, coming
Hi guys. How is everybody?
this way, so from the lower left-hand corner towards the top right-hand corner of the page in that direction on the sidewalk here, correct?
Yes.
So would the W have been on the opposite side of the street?
Get a break here, so.
And as you were walking down that street, what was the next thing that you remember that caught your attention?
I didn't see nobody. I heard Rocky though. I heard him say, "What now, pussy?" But it's been so long, so I what now, pussy, or what now? Something along that. Like he was like, what now?
And what was his tone of voice?
Oh, he was loud. Like that's what caught my attention. And then I seen Elijah first, and then Jamel, and then that's when I'm walking. Like, cause I was continuing walking. I wasn't like stopping or waiting around anywhere. I was already walking. They was already there. So
Where?
I guess they was already on Argyle because they was calling me
Yeah, I was
still.
already walking, and I stopped, and they was walking, and I stopped, and I was already there. They was already there. That remind me of the left, right, front. What up, Taylor Umbridge? I see you, family. Appreciate you joining. Prentice Jones in the house. What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all, family. He said they stopped and they started, and I walked, and they were.
That would be the right front, the right left, excuse me, the right left side. Front.
Okay, all right.
Elijah was calling me to see where I'm at. Mind you, I was far. That hotel was far. So when I got there, I'm walking down the block. I wasn't like waiting, calling him or anything. I'm still en route, pretty much. So I hear him as I'm en route still. And then that's when we meet up, and then we see the altercation.
But you're saying the first thing that caught your attention was his voice, correct?
Yeah.
Saying, what now, pussy?
Yeah, what now, pussy?
And it was loud.
Yeah.
Was it aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay, after that, hearing that, did you see him?
Yeah, truthfully, it was all like a movie. It was like literally
How
like
so?
a movie.
Explain that.
Just the way he was walking, the whole thing, like the hoodie, like it would just caught me off guard. You know what I mean? Like it was no time to talk, no time for nothing.
Right. These people don't know what you're talking about with the hoodie, though. Can you explain what you mean when you say with the hoodie?
Oh, because he had a hoodie on.
Up over his head?
Yeah.
Okay. And was he walking straight towards you?
Yeah.
Was, you said Ills and 12 were with him. How close were they to him?
Oh, they was right behind him.
I see a lot of y'all showing Taylor Umbridge some love, so a lot of y'all know about her. But for those who don't, she also does content, also covering the ASAP Rocky trial. So if you want another option, y'all could go tap in to Taylor Umbridge. Appreciate y'all, family.
Were they facing you too?
My eyes was on Rocky at that point. Like when he said, "What now, pussy?" I was like, he's right there. You know what I mean?
You're focused on him.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see in your periphery that the two other guys are with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Do you know why I keep saying that?
No.
All right, see this lady right here? She's a word reporter,
Okay.
and she's taking down every word that
No,
everybody's...
he's like really nervous.
No,
So I'm like, you know what I
it's
mean?
okay. A lot of people are
Hi
getting nervous.
guys. How
I
is
just wanted-
everybody?
I didn't want you to think I'm messing with you when I say is that yes or no. She has to take down every word that everybody says. And when you say or it's not clear what you mean. So that's why I'm saying yes or no. So the court reporter's clear.
Like a bracelet.
What?
Bracelet.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. As best you can, if you could take yourself
Joni Ford, what's good, family?
back to that moment. As you're walking up towards him, were you expecting to get in a physical fight with him?
I mean, at that moment, the way, before then, no, I thought maybe we was going to talk. Or even when he did bring them, I thought maybe he was bringing them to like make a statement or something to like let them think that he's like tough or something. I don't know. That's what I kind of thought like after.
No, I'm not talking about Ills or 12. I'm just talking about the defendant.
Okay.
Were you approaching him of the state of mind that you were going to have a physical fight with him?
No, the whole time, to be honest, I would never fight Rocky. And that's God's honest truth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a reason to fight him. We're in an industry where you get blackballed really easy. I'm obviously on the lower end of the stick here. You get what I'm saying? So that's why in the video, you notice I'm a lefty. I pushed him away with my left.
Shot Diggy just dropped a link in the chat for y'all. Also, go sub up to Late Night Bacon with Mookie Mookie, the late night hangout spot where we chill and unwind and have our little discussions. Y'all check that out and tap in. And also tap into No One. Fire music on deck. Y'all show some love to No One. Appreciate y'all, family.
He grabbed me with two hands. If I wanted to fight him, and mind you, we're walking. If I wanted to fight him, I would have hit him with the right. You get what I'm saying? And it would have been fighting. Like, I stopped him with my left. And in the video, that's when you see Elijah, like, kind of like breaking it up after.
Before we talk about the video, we get there. I want, if there's any other way that you can explain that to the jury, what it would mean for you to get in a physical fight, specifically with the defendant, at that moment.
The only thing that would make me fight Rocky is if I'm physically like hurt, like if he punched me. Then I would consider hitting him or fighting him. But I would give him, just because who he is, like I wouldn't, and I think he uses that to his benefits or like whoever famous that whatever that shit is. But like I wasn't gonna fight him.
What would it mean for your career?
What? Wait, what the heck was the point of him saying all that? All that didn't mean nothing.
If you got in a physical fight,
I wasn't gonna fight him.
what would it mean for your career if you got in a physical fight?
Oh, it would be over.
How so?
It would be over.
Can you
Literally
explain that?
over.
Oh, he said he'll end his career if they got into a physical fight. His career would be over. Chloe Albert's Revenge in the house. What's good, family?
You don't have a career.
Was that in your head?
I'm like part of a conglomerate, like a group. So if I fight Rocky and I beat him up, or if we fight or something, I'm already not liked, and people don't like me and shit like that. So I'm fighting him. I'm definitely getting blackballed, and all the labels like him and work with him and do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to swiggle my way in. You know what I mean? So if that comes to like light that we.
Hold on, I seen it now. I saw Kat talking about it earlier, but I didn't catch it because I was driving. But now I see him grabbing his shirt. He getting that itching, that lie itch. And Chad Diggy said, Prentice Jones, you ain't missed nothing but a whole bunch of lying. And this part proved it right here. I'm gonna run it back so y'all can see him grab his shirt. You could tell he lying. That boy itching.
Or something like that. You know what I mean? Work with him and do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to swiggle my way in. You know what I mean?
Trying to get that sweat off.
So if that comes to like light that we fought or something like that, I'm pretty sure it won't go good. Like nobody would do business with me or other things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I want to ask you just about a couple things you just said in your answer. You mentioned ASAP in that. Was the defendant kind of the most successful member of ASAP at that point?
Oh yeah, for sure.
By far?
By far.
Would he have been kind of the leader of ASAP, even if not formally? Would he
I wouldn't call him the leader, but
You both can't talk at the same time. Hold on. Ask the question again.
Would other members of ASAP kind of turn to him when they had projects or things like that?
not too many people. It wasn't real motion. Like then, it was pretty much whatever Rocky got going on. Like people would try things, but it kind of got to like what Rocky's doing, or like stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, what I hear is you're saying he was like really the only highly successful member.
No, because then you got Jabari that creeped through the doors, through his V-Long, you know what I mean? You got Ferg who did music, but everybody else, good luck.
Okay.
And I mean, good luck.
Including yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I was definitely down and out.
Nah, you ain't missed it yet.
Let's take a break now.
Okay.
Folks, we'll take 15 minutes. Please be outside the courtroom doors at 3:15, at which time we will resume. And please don't discuss the case amongst yourself or anybody else.
Come and tap in the most interactive. I am the flesh. I am the God. I am the flesh. Come and tap in the most interactive. I am the flesh. I am the God. I am the flesh. I am the God. Flesh with God.
All right, my bad, family. Had to do a couple things behind the scenes. Appreciate y'all joining, family. Let's keep it rolling. We gonna wrap it up after we gonna watch the rest of it, but let's get into a couple of these news clips and see what this is all about. Oh shit.
Morning. Been arrested by police at LAX. The rapper arriving on a private plane from Barbados. He had been on vacation with Rihanna. Rapper's been under investigation by the LAPD for a shooting that happened here in Hollywood on November the 6th. The victim of that shooting told police that A$AP Rocky shot at him 3 to 4 times, believing that one of the bullets had grazed the victim's left hand. A$AP Rocky's lawyer has confirmed that he was indeed arrested earlier this morning at LAX.
Is facing charges in connection with a shooting in Hollywood. The rapper, whose real name is Rakeem Mayers, is being charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. The shooting unfolded in November of 2021 near Selma and Argyle Avenues. Prosecutors say Mayers pointed a gun at a former friend during an argument and fired twice. The victim suffered a grazed wound to his left hand. Mayers is scheduled to be arraigned Wednesday.
He flew back, and he was.
Cops say.
Not a good 420, huh? For A$AP Rocky.
This right here is from when they raided his house after he came back. They raided his crib and all that. Used the crowbar, which they called a batter ram, but it was a crowbar. It fell all on the floor. Right after this, we get back into it. Must be a security or something, because he know the code. He got up in that mug. He's like, but y'all ain't coming in. But didn't they raid it though? So I'm confused. I don't know. Didn't they break it open? Why? Maybe this was a different time.
That witness has been closed to the bar. Thank you.
LAPD boys. There go the link for Taylor Unbridge. Y'all go sub up. Show us some love.
You can't speak right now. Will A$AP be bailing out? Bailing out then?
Unfortunately, I can't make a comment, but feel free to contact our office and maybe Alan Jackson can make a comment for you.
Right. You. A$AP innocent, though, would you say? What did they find in the paper? Did they find anything?
I'm so sorry. I can't make any comments about it.
Right.
Feel free to contact us. As soon as I'm able to speak about it, I'm happy to, but I just can't right now.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel better after the raid?
I can't make any comments. Well, how do you feel about him being, how do you feel? Like I said, I can't comment, boy. Can you move somewhere so I could go home? Hey, yo, them paparazzi people be crazy. You wonder why they always get into mess. But anyway, let's wrap up the rest of this for today. Appreciate y'all being here, family. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe, tap in, share with a friend. Shout out to the 8% that said no, that they don't want to like it. That's all right, family. You know, we got room for haters, too. Let's get it, family.
Mr. Ephron, I had asked you before how you traveled to Los Angeles. You said you took a commercial Delta flight, correct?
Yeah.
Did you bring any weapons with you when you took that flight to Los Angeles?
No.
Specifically, did you bring a handgun with you?
No.
All right. Right before we broke, you were talking about what it would mean for your career, or as you understood what it would mean for your career if you got into a physical fight or physically attacked the defendant. And you talked about ASAP already, but in your earlier answer, you said there would also be a consequence with record labels. Is that correct?
Yes.
What can you explain that just in more detail for the jury so they understand what you're talking about?
I mean, I wouldn't know if it would be direct consequences, like, but I'm pretty sure it would be out there that we fought and people would just pick sides, like right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he's famous. I'm nobody, pretty much.
Had you had meetings with record labels before this incident?
Oh, yeah.
And since this incident, have you continued to have meetings with record labels?
No, the moment the moment it became public, everything changed.
How so?
I mean,
Yo, Chloe getting started. I'm probably late. She probably done had like 5 more jokes up in there. Shout out to Chloe.
like everything changed. Like people knew it was me that pressed charges against Robbie. So everybody looked at me like I'm doing wrong for pressing charges.
And did some of the deals that you had set up, did those go away?
Oh yeah, I had to like pretty much vacate my label and everything because my artists, they no longer wanted to work with me because of the decisions I chose to make. So yeah.
Okay. So not only the record labels that you were meeting with, but also the artists who you were managing no longer wanted to work with you.
Yeah, because they felt like many different reasons, but one, they felt like I don't have no credibility no more, one, and two, I'm getting labeled as, I guess, a snitch or something like that, you know?
Okay.
I had no credibility no more. From the way he talking and the way this, it seemed like you had never had no credibility. Like you been lost that a long time ago.
Now, those are real consequences that have happened to you since this incident. But did you have it in your mind before you met with him at the parking lot that something like that would happen if you got into a physical fight with him?
And y'all remember, show some love to the stream sponsors. Appreciate you, family. Y'all show Cha Diggy and Just Lee some love. Appreciate you.
Yeah, did you know going into this incident that if you got into a physical fight that it would likely be the end of your music career?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to fight Robbie.
As you were walking to the street where you ultimately linked up with him, did you have any weapons with you?
No.
Did you have any handguns with you?
No.
Hey, that's a fact. Defense ain't objecting to nothing, Taylor. The defense like, go ahead, let him talk as much as he want, because he's just going to dig himself in a hole deeper and deeper.
Did you have any knives, folding knives, anything like that?
No, for sure.
Water bud bucket.
I'm going to mark the next exhibit.
15.
And equals 15 is an external hard drive, or what they call thumb drive, containing surveillance video.
Terrell?
There is on one of the surveillance videos, but it's not spoken word.
For noise?
Yeah, it's.
Waterhead boy. Sitting on the stand crying. Talking about, oh, he didn't hang with me no more. I missed Rocky. He had a baby by Rihanna and he don't come to the hood no more. No. My phone was going off and the judge ain't say nothing. You know, Glanville would have been ready to hop up off that stand. Here, give me your phone. I'm taking your phone. Give me your phone. Didn't nobody even say nothing. Maybe the security went and talked to him, but the judge didn't say shit.
Put it on here so I don't have to like.
Yes. Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna leave Riri husband alone.
And Your Honor, just so the record is clear, we mark this as cash 15?
The thumb drive?
Yes.
15.
On equals 15, it's the file that I'm playing is labeled sequenced surveillance video. All right, Mr. Ephron, I'm going to play just a few seconds.
All right, so now they about to get into the video footage. I was driving, so I couldn't see all this, even though I saw most of it before, and we know it's all some BS, but, you know, I want to get that clear shot, so I'm about to tap in. I don't know. We might have a panel sometime soon, but I'm still trying to get some things figured out right now, but I'm going to have them back up pretty soon.
This video, then I'll ask you some questions.
Sapphire Ridge started a new channel about the traps and pitfalls of modeling photography. Y'all check them out.
And I'm stopping that.
What's the name of the channel?
that 30 seconds on the video player. Did you recognize the what was captured on that video in those 30 seconds? Did you recognize what we saw there?
Yeah.
And did you specifically recognize that to be the first incident that happened when you first linked up with the defendant?
Yes.
Absolutely disgusting. It's a fact.
Did you recognize yourself in that video?
Yes.
Play it again from the beginning and I'll stop it. Okay. I think I stopped it at 6 seconds if I can read that from here. The first person that we saw walking down the sidewalk on the screen, who was that?
Wait, the person that
play it again?
The person that I seen?
Yes.
Yeah, that was right.
No, the first person that we saw coming down.
Oh, that's me.
That's you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll play it forward a little bit from here. And pause it.
All right, no one. It arrived broke or what? Or you mean a different? Oh no, that one ain't coming till tomorrow. My bad.
At 11 seconds on the video. Now the second person that we see in the screen looks like they're, physically right in front of you. Who is that?
That's right.
And when you first approached him, can you describe what happened in your own words? Whether we saw it on the video or not, just in your own words, describe what happened.
Sliding.
When he came up to me, like from the video from what I can see, because he's saying sharp long work, it was like 2 years ago. I know there was another video. But I was stopping a little. I could see I was stopping a little. And like I said, I'm lefty. I'm righty. I stopped him with my left, trying to like back him up. You know what I mean? And then
let me stop you for 1 second. That interaction that we see, would that have been right after he said, I don't remember what your exact words were, but...
What's up now, pussy?
What's up now, pussy?
Probably like 10 seconds later. He was still walking.
Okay. And could you see his face as he was walking towards you?
Yeah.
How did he look?
Oh, angry.
So could you tell as he was approaching you that you were headed for a physical confrontation with him?
His hands wasn't up. It was more so walking, so then when we got to each other, he initiated, like try to like grab me or try to like grab me by my collar. That's why you see like that, and then I like grabbed him off.
Look at him trying to lie. Talk about he grabbed me by my collar, and that's when I grabbed him off. The lawyer already showed us the video that that ain't what happened.
You know what I mean?
So as best you can remember it, he was the first one who grabbed you by the collar?
He grabbed me by my collar.
And then you raised which of your hands to...
My left.
Your left hand to separate from him?
Yeah.
Okay. And as he grabbed the collar of your sweatshirt, what did he do?
I think he just trying to tug at me and like talking and going back and forth. And then Elijah, everything happens so fast. And then Elijah gets in the middle.
Okay. When you say he's talking at you, do you remember anything that he said?
Like I said, it was 2 years ago. I would have to see what I said before I say something that I kind of like vaguely remember.
That's fair. But so as you sit here right now, today, 3 years later, you don't specifically remember the words he said. Is that what you're saying?
Not the words so much, except for like towards the ending when the gun came out. I remember that.
Okay.
I remember the words that came out when the gun came out.
As best we can, I'd like to go through it step by step. So when he first approaches you, you're saying he's saying words, but you can't remember the words?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the
Angry seagull falling for a slice of pizza.
tone that he said these words with?
Oh, at that point, like, we pretty much damn near fighting. Like, he's saying what he's trying to get, I don't know.
I mean, did he sound angry to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Were you saying anything back to him?
Yeah.
Do you,
I don't remember.
You don't remember your words?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your tone?
I was angry because he touched me. I was just like, the fuck off me, or probably like. But then, mind you, the gun came out seconds later, so then my tone got really angry after. Because, what the fuck you got a gun for? And that's what I said.
Okay, so you kind of move forward. You remember being angry because he's tugging at your sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had a gun in his hand. Did you see where the gun came from?
It came from his waistline.
Okay, so
it came from his waistline.
This might be clear to everybody except me, but
Hold on. Gatnar Williams said, I had a one-legged seagull swoop across my face, thwacking me, thwacking, to take a tortilla chip out of my hand, / mouth, mid-chomp. They was both trying to bite it at the same time.
you have Mr. Ephron identified on the screen who's who?
Yes, please.
I'm the one on the right, and then it's Rocky with the black hoodie.
Thank you.
For the record, he's holding on the left side.
You have a sweatshirt with some type of graphic on it?
Yeah.
Said not the mid-chomp. It's mid-chomp. And with the one leg, though, why it have to be a one-leg seagull, though? Excuse me. Sorry. The one-leg seagull, though, that's crazy.
Hi guys, how is everybody?
Photographs of his clothing. I have three photographs. Can I just staple them and collectively mark them as equals? 16?
16, A through C.
She said it was in Florida. They got them different type seagulls out there. They done been through some stuff.
Okay. I'm going to show you 16A. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah, that's my hoodie.
Is that the same hoodie that you were wearing that day?
Yes, it is.
And is that the back of the hoodie?
Yes.
And then 16B, do you recognize that?
Yeah, that's in front of my hoodie.
Same one you were wearing that day?
Yes.
Yeah, you caught that? I caught that earlier. I missed it just now. He did say that, though. He went from lefty to a righty. He was like, yeah, I pushed him back with my left hand because, you know, if it was my right hand, then I would have punched him with my right hand. Then he was like, yeah, because, like I said, I'm a righty. Like, what? Make up your mind, damn it. You understand. You had all this time. Since 2021, you had 3-4 years to make up this lie. You still stumbling over your lie?
And then 16C.
Yes, my sweatpants.
Same one you were in that day?
Yes.
Okay. So your sweatshirt or hoodie had that graphic on the back, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the video.
Only if you stream my trial.
If I can remember where we left off. So you... my video. So you're saying that you were upset that he grabbed you by the collar, but then he produced the gun with his from his waistband, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you remember which hand he was holding the gun in? His left or his right?
Probably his right.
Do you remember? Or?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, you just remember he had a gun in his hand.
Yeah, just
He said probably is right. Like, I don't know, probably is right. Because, you know, he right-handed, so it was probably his right hand.
What? I'm outside.
Yo. Hey, Cat Not Williams. Hey, if something happened like that and you on trial, hold on. Let me see. Let me look at you so you can see me. Let me see. Let me look at you. If something like that happened and you on trial, you done caught a body or something, I will personally fly out to Miami, Florida and stream your trial. All right? So I will personally come down there and record it with my camera.
Did you, and I don't mean the instant that you saw it, but throughout this incident, could you see the gun clearly?
Oh yeah.
Do you know the difference between a semi-automatic pistol and a revolver?
Yes.
What is the difference between those two to you?
One of them have a clip and the other one you just load up bullets.
Do you, if I told you that a revolver had a wheel,
Right.
does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And the gun that you saw him with, was it a semi-automatic, as you say, with a clip, or was it a revolver that has a wheel?
It's a semi-automatic with a clip.
Okay. Do you remember what color it was?
Black.
And do you remember anything else about it?
No.
Had you ever seen that gun before?
No.
Did you know the defendant to carry guns regularly?
Not really. I think one time he said I seen like on his wallet he had like a firearms in New York one time or something like that, but I don't remember ever seeing like or knowing like physically knowing.
Okay. I mean, like, did you personally see him with a gun on occasions before this?
No, he has a lot of security.
Okay. Did you, if someone said that the defendant was known to carry a prop gun or fake guns, would that have been knowledge that you personally had?
No, you don't carry fake guns. I mean, you don't. Prop guns?
Yes.
No.
You never knew him to carry a prop?
No.
It's making me
Did you ever know him to have any guns? And I don't mean, now I want to kind of broaden it. So not that he would carry...
It's making me think a lot. Smart guy.
But guns that he would have either at his house or anywhere else?
Not to my knowledge. I never physically seen any guns on Rocky.
Okay. Except for that day?
Yeah, that night.
Okay. Now, from what we see on the video, the two of you move off screen off the video. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And when the two of you move off of the screen, is that where he first pulled the
OG knuckle scrapes?
gun out of his waistband?
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you saw him do with the gun?
Oh, he pointed at me, and then that's when Elijah was like in between, and he's like, "I'll kill you right now, pussy," or like whatever, like just was. And then I'm right behind Elijah, and I'm saying, "If you brought a gun, use it then." Like, the fuck you brought a gun for, pussy? That's the words I was saying to him.
When you said he pointed at you, where on your body was it pointing?
Like towards my stomach, like towards like my headish a little, like everything.
He said like towards my stomach and then pointed at the dude's head and then said towards my head and shoulders. It's all of them, what?
It was happening so fast. So fast, you know what I mean?
And from what you're describing, was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving. He had it up.
Okay, so he didn't just hold it at your stomach. It was kind of
No, he was looking for a spot to shoot me.
Okay.
Like if Elijah wasn't there, I don't know what would happen.
The Seagulls took the other leg. They out there fighting over the legs.
And you said as he was pointing it at you, what did he say?
I'll kill you right now.
And was that in an angry tone?
Yeah, he was livid.
Was his voice elevated? Like, was he yelling this at you, or was this something he was saying quiet?
Yeah, because we was yelling back and forth at this point.
All right. And you said that after he pointed the gun at you, you became angry, correct?
Yeah, I became furious.
So what did you say back to him?
I told him to use it.
Why did you?
Because mentally, like, I couldn't believe he just pulled the gun out on me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you better use that shit. The fuck you got a gun for?
Can you explain?
And why would you even say that in court like that? Like, I'm just trying to be honest. What the fuck would you better use that shit? What the fuck you got a gun for? Well, Yo. And y'all show some love to Cat Knott Williams. Dropping the thumb spot on your boy. Y'all show some love to Cat Knott Williams. Appreciate you, family. Drop some KNWs or some KSPNs. Drop some umbrellas, all that. Show her some love, family. Appreciate you. For the hot 20, there you get 2 of them. Appreciate you, family. Y'all make sure y'all show her some love. Appreciate the support, family. Appreciate the love.
I want, as best you can to the jury, explain to them what you mean by, I can't believe you just pulled a gun on me. What do you mean by that?
Like, I physically cannot believe there was a gun in my face. Like, that was the breaking point for me. Because like what I said, I told this kid numerous times, if you have a problem with me, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like this got to the max. Like, this was like no return. So if I was willing to die for my respect at this point, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity. That's how I felt.
You're saying I can't
believe... But I still got my dignity. I wonder if he still got his dignity now.
If he did this to me, though, did you ever think that he would actually shoot you?
At that point, I don't know. Like I said, I was just so mad. I seen a gun. I didn't care.
And so when you told him something to the effect of to shoot you, I mean, did you have a death wish at that moment? Did you want him to actually shoot you?
Oh, of course not.
So why did you say that to him?
Because I was just so mad. I seen this man just pull a gun out on me. You know what I mean? Like, I was furious. Like, what the fuck is a gun? What are you doing with a gun?
Were you mad because specifically it was the defendant? Or do you think you would have also been mad had this been, say, just a stranger?
What do you mean?
So if a stranger had pulled a gun on you the same way that he did, how do you think you would feel?
Oh, I would try to run. Or try to, like, if a regular person pulled a gun out on me?
Yes.
I'd probably be dead. I don't know. I'd probably run, probably get shot.
Do you think you'd respond the same way and say, shoot me?
No. Strange.
And look, the defense still not objecting. He over there talking about, I'll probably run, I'll probably do this, I'll probably do that. How is that relevant? What you would probably do, that don't mean nothing, because you don't even know, because that don't mean you would do it. And they just gonna let them just keep talking. And this prosecution is garbage too.
No.
You think you'd be scared in that scenario?
The only reason why I said that is because I know Rocky. I know him. You know what I mean? So I felt at the moment that was the right thing to do. Especially, it goes back to Mr. 6 Month Man. I'm not going to let you feel like you come around and do what the fuck you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to pull a gun out on me. It's not happening. I mean, you already did, but I'm going to let you know in front of...
I was just about to say something, but he caught it before I did. He said, you're not about to pull a gun on me. That's not happening. Then he thought about it. Well, it did, but...
You're too little to do what the fuck you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to pull a gun out on me. It's not happening. I mean, you already did, but I'm going to let you know in front of your 2 little minions you brought with you that, because I'm pretty sure they would have ran back to his crib and told everybody else.
The two little minions would have went back to the crib and told everybody else. This is why ASAP is going home. This is explaining it right now. All right, I'm gonna let it play, but I just had to cut in. He messing up now. Look at his face. Look at his face. Let me get a screenshot.
I just pulled another gun on Relly or did this. Like, no. If they're going to go back to his house, they're going to say Relly stood up for himself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes, thank you. So I believe you said that Ills was the one who got between you, correct?
Say what now?
That would be
Ills
the
was the
right
one
front, the right left, excuse me, the right left side. Front.
Okay, all right. Between you and the defendant.
Yeah, yes.
Let me play this forward a little bit more. And I'm going to pause it here. I think we're at 14 seconds. That person that we see in the blue jacket, who's that?
That's Ills.
All right, and what is Ills doing at this point in the video?
He's breaking up. He's trying to de-escalate the situation.
Physically get between the two?
Yeah, physically. Yeah.
All right. I'll play it.
Did he say he was trying to de-escalate the situation? Did he say de-escalate? Hold on.
Escalate the situation. He's breaking up. He's trying to de-escalate the situation.
Physically get between the two?
Yeah, physically. Yeah.
All right. I'll play it forward. Now, I can go back if you need me to. I can pause it at 23 seconds on this video. The very bottom left-hand corner, we saw someone with a red kind of jacket. You agree with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Who was that?
That's Jamal 12.
Okay. What, if you remember, what was 12 doing during this interaction?
He was off to the side the whole time. He was not trying to, like, everything happened so fast, like, from what I can remember, he was just, like, looking. Ills was, that's why I said, like, even after everything, like, I don't care if me, Ills don't talk, I still love the kid because he put himself in between everything, you know what I mean? Now, 12, he was off on the side. He was just looking, like, and then when I guess he seen the Ills intervene, that's when he kind of intervened, but I don't think he would have did anything.
Okay. Is it fair to say that when you're having this interaction with the defendant, you're focusing much more attention on him?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very far less so than whatever 12 is doing. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of play it through here. And I'll stop it where this video stops. So right at the end of that video, we saw someone, a part of their body, their lower part of their body, come back into the frame. Did you recognize who that was? I can go back if you need me to. Just a few seconds.
Shout out to our stream sponsors for the day. Cha Diggy, Justly, Cat Knight Williams, and also from earlier today, FFS, Jazzy T. Appreciate y'all, family. Much love, much love.
Okay, great. Let's stop it right there. That is at 25 seconds on the video player there. That person that we can see, just the lower half of their body, who's that?
That's Rocky.
Okay.